With over 94 professional fights, 25 knockouts, and 1.5 million followers on social, we are joined by an MMA and kickboxing fighter star. Welcome to the show, Alistair Overeem. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, we just got a quick rundown of your 25-year history.
Yeah, it's been one big wild adventure. That's when I look back, because my first weight was 97 at the age of 17, and yeah, it just kept going, just kept training, back in the gym. It's been, I believe it still needs to land because there's been so much.
Where did it start? Go back to the start. Where were you when it started?
Well, I was year 12, 13. When I started to go to the gym, and my brother took me to the gym. It was not really that I liked it, but I didn't dislike it either. But my brother's like, you need to learn to defend yourself, so you're gonna come with me to the gym. And I remember I was like a little bit nervous in the car, in the back of the car for 12, 13. All these older, gentlemen, guys, muscles. And I was just like the little brother of, and it was tough. It was tough. Because actually, in hindsight, looking back, I was not even a fighter.
Was there a reason he wanted you to fight?
He wanted me to fight? He didn't want me to fight. He just wanted me to learn to defend myself. So it was more like a man-up attitude thing. You need to get more tough and you need more discipline. And then in the beginning it was tough, but then after a while I got kind of the hang of it, and then I was like, and I looked up to my brother, so I wanted to follow in his footsteps. He was a fighter already, had a lot of respect, drive like a nice car, so it's like I want that too. He was fighting in Japan at the age of 19, so I was 15 at the time, so I wanted to fight in Japan. So it was a big example for me to follow in his footsteps, and actually a crucial part.
Was it out of discipline that your brother wanted you to learn, or like because were you getting bullied in school or in somewhere?
No, I didn't get bullied, but more get more focus and direction, because I was like, parents divorced, no father figure, so I guess he was my father figure. Get in the car, but and just get just more focus, more discipline. Because before that was maybe less discipline.
And did fighting help with that? Because people may think that fighting, gets you on the other kind of frame of mind of like getting aggressive and violent and physical, but was it not the case?
It's exactly the opposite. When you go to the gym, you lose your energy and you lose your aggression. I would recommend it to anybody who has a active child, because for me it worked perfectly. My energy went in the sport. And it went into the development of my body. So and it actually brought me to where I'm now, right? So financially independent, freedom, I'm super healthy. Because also I had the mindset, right? It's a combination. Discipline will go up. And if you have the right mindset, because it's not nice to get, punched around. You become a little bit creative. Okay, what can I do to do that back? And then you get on the diet. That's kind of also with the gym, right? You go to the gym, you're on the diet. And I just kept going. Kept going, kept growing, kept learning. So that's a little bit my...
So where did you grow up, and then did you finally make it to Japan?
So I was 19 when I also fought in Japan. And it's like so long ago. I'm actually going to go to Japan next month to show my oldest daughter, all these arenas where I fought, because it's been more than 70 trips to Japan. But I was 19 when I had my first fight in Japan as well, just kept going. And then just became bigger. America in 2011. Let's back up. 2004, first time world champion. 2007, the second time world champion. In between, I was winning prizes. 2005, light heavyweight Grand Prix third. So all these are highs, right? And then 2010 was the breakthrough year. That's the year where I became champion in Japan again with K1, which was the different sport. So that was a really big push. And 2011 I continued, 2012 UFC, and I just wrapped that up a year ago for 10 years. So it's just been building up, and like crazy.
So you wrapped up UFC, so jumping from one sport to another, what was that transition like, and what has it been like to kind of be involved in the rise of UFC and kind of to the public sphere as it's become more and more well known?
Yeah, it's been great. Like I just mentioned, a great adventure, a lot of growth. I've traveled a lot because I always kind of kept my global presence. More than 7 times Japan, 10 years US, been basically all over the world. Also Dubai many times, Middle East. I did some tours with the UFC, so really created that global presence. And just enjoying it while I'm doing it.
Did you work closely with Dana White?
Actually, no. We never really built the relationship in depth. he's of course busy man, right? The company over 500 fighters. They did a tremendous job by growing the company. I remember that Lorenzo Fertitta, the original owner, bought the company, I believe, for 2 million, and then they sold it in 2016 for 4 billion. So yeah, exactly.
That's to the fighters who are putting on a show, you know.
Yeah, so they did a tremendous job into building the sport, and also crucial. I've seen the promotions come and go, and then they just kept going as well, like me, right? Winners. So very thankful, and even now they sold it again. So it's it's amazing.
I want to ask you about your battle scars, but first you came in with a full packet of nuts. Is that your breakfast?
It actually is. Yes. Yeah. So I have these nuts, and so I've been doing a lot of new things for health. This is my next chapter, promoting health, and I'm like an experienced person. I do things, and then I feel, hey, this happens, that happens, and totally changed up my diet. I became vegetarian also. I have no desire to eat meat anymore. It's just a choice. Oh, yours? Oh, nice.
Nice meeting you.
So, is this
nice meeting you?
No, but it's by choice. Once you understand why, right? And I'm here to kind of bring this information to the world. Meat is not good for you. It negatively affects you. Yes, it tastes delicious. Even now, if I could still eat meat, but I just choose not to.
So, what got that change of mind? And how come you're going on this whole journey with food? Didn't you always have, being in the fitness world and, fighting and stuff, didn't you always have, a diet you had to follow? How come you're changing it up now?
Absolutely. Well, that is a long story. I don't know how much time we have.
We have time.
Enough? Okay. So, I started doing detoxing. I have this special nutritionist, Julian van Hoven. He's in Germany in South America. So our sessions go through Skype. But he's like, we're going to detox. I'm like a soldier. Okay, let's go. When I met him, instantly knew this guy has knowledge. So we start working, and we start taking these supplements, spirulina, chlorella, and kelp, in certainly reasonably high dosage every day, every morning, which you can just do on an empty stomach. And after a couple of weeks, listen, it's going to become interesting. My diet, my appetite changed. So I was usually steak at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I just felt like,
Steak at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That was like a standard thing. First thing of the day, steak. And you're like, woo. So, and then I was like, I'm full. I don't want to eat this anymore. So the next day, 1/3 less. So it was just 1/3 of steak I ate. And then the day after that, I didn't want to eat it anymore. Now, the story behind it, when I spoke to Julian, I asked him, what's happening? I don't want to eat my steak anymore, and I want to eat my steak because I want to, muscles. And then he said, listen, you had parasites in your body. We gave you the supplements. You start detoxing your body, creating, these supplements. It's just simple seaweed. Everybody could actually take it. And these create an alkaline environment, which these parasites do not like. And actually, they get hurt and they will die off. And once you get rid of them, so your your taste change, because it's not me who needs to eat meat. It's the parasites that influence me. They work through me that make me think I want to eat meat, but it's not me. And once you get rid of them, you don't care. And the other added benefit that comes from it, so these parasites, they kind of upregulate your desire for meat and sugar and all the bad stuff. And they downregulate fruit, seeds, nuts, which make you alkaline, because they don't like alkaline. They like acidity. Acidity is bad for us. So once you get rid of these parasites, meat doesn't matter anymore. Still nice, but it doesn't matter. And it's just by choice. But nuts, seeds, and fruits, the taste just goes up.
Wow.
So yes,
this is like cake for you.
This is delicious. And it's super healthy. And it's high in energy. So my appetite also is down. And I just enjoy food way more. Yesterday we went to a vegan restaurant. It's just like I just went all out.
Which one?
So delicious. I'll tell you the name after. I have it somewhere. But it was so delicious. You just enjoy life way more. And and then it's a choice, right? If I eat meat, yes, it's delicious. But then these parasites come in my system. They're gonna move around and do their thing, and then all the other things will become less healthy. This doesn't create acidity. Meat does. Sugar does, Acidity makes you smell, makes you, not
But there's
good,
a lot
right?
of acidic fruits, right? Like oranges,
No,
pineapples.
it's nonsense. Fruit always alkalizes. That there's misconceptions. Fruit has sugar. No, fruit has fructose. Healthy. Fruit does not create acidity. It alkalizes. So fruit is actually, we are designed to eat fruit. We're not designed to eat meat. So this acidity, alkalinity has to do with also cancer. And this is also the way to prevent cancer. If you go on an alkaline diet, the cancer cells will go away. You're not even going to get cancer.
I'm feeling wildly full of parasites as we speak, I must say. So biohacking is a phrase that people talk about and it's bandied around a lot, but you're heavily involved. Is this what this is? Is that what that means on a really simple terms?
Biohacking, the term sounds a little bit negative to me because it's hacking, it's tricks. And this actually ties into what I want to do because I actually just decided to stop fighting. It's not not my thing anymore.
You'd had your amazing career.
It's been 25 years, right? We're gonna do all the cool stuff now. But I just acquired shares of the Fit Fair. This is going to be a health expo, and this is what I like: health, right? Not hacking. Hacking is a trick. Health. It's either good or it's not good, and when it's not good, it's bad, right? And I kind of always judged everything that went in my system this way, and nuts good, Snickers bad, and if you right.
100%. That's how to go about it. And you got into like advocating for consciousness.
Yes.
How did that happen?
So I quit my phone detox, and I noticed what it did to me. And
You quit your phone?
For how long?
I quit my phone addiction. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
So my phone addiction.
How do you fix that? Because I think a lot of us watching right now will admit to being even unconsciously addicted to our phone, checking it at least
It's a problem.
20 times an
It's
hour.
a very big problem.
Every 20 seconds.
I came across it through my daughter. So my daughter is 16 now. At age 14, she had problems going to school. So I was doing my thing in America, training for fights, and it kind of went by me until I received a video from her mother, Soraya. We have a great connection. And in the video, I saw my daughter, just switch totally off, just like this on the ground. The mother is very sweet, combing her hair, trying to get her dressed. Now this was started with 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, then it became 3 hours. And she, right up until the point that she could not get dressed to go to school. Yes, very disturbing. I rewatched that video many, many times too. It's like, what is going on? Because the situation is safe. 2 brothers on that side, very stable, new husband, stepfather, great guy, we get along, good man. On my side, there was 2 sisters, also safe. So there was no external threat. But there was no reason also. So I just rewatched, and I started investigating because it required me also looking at myself because I was also addicted. I kind of knew my daughter, she's too much on her iPad, and I told her when she's 4 or 5, I already told her like her mother, Soraya, well, she needs to be less on her iPad, she needs to be more on the sports. Of course, I'm a sportsman, and probably they thought that Alistair is always in the gym, here's your iPad. But that's basically what happened. She every time got a tablet to get quiet in the corner, and as long as she's
So
happy.
common.
Yeah, and it's a problem. And I remember when she was 4 or 5, I remember thinking, you know what, I'm not going to create too much drama about it, because then I'm the bad guy. We're going to see what's going to happen in 10 years. I fought that. I didn't say it, I fought it. So no more stress, let it go. Then 9.5 years later, my daughter, this happens. She's just sitting on the ground and she's unresponsive. And again, after researching it and also looking at myself, also looking at my own, I'm kind of also always on my phone, right? We kind of know that, we feel that about ourselves. So something is a little bit wrong, but back to swiping. And it also required me to look at my father. So I looked in the line up, and he also was broken parents, divorced. He was a difficult man, always behind the screen. His life went like this, right? It's like, I do have. This is like in our family, it is running. So you know what? I remember sitting in the car because half the world is addicted. I had a little tear, and I was like, okay, let's go. I created the schedule, and the schedule entailed I deleted an app from my phone and installed it on my iPad. and I limited the use of the iPad to 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. So I was still kind of able to see everything, right?
Still in
Because we're
touch with the world.
exactly messages and all the nonsense actually when I look at it now. And then, you know, the problematic apps is Instagram, Twitter is a problematic app, social apps, but TikTok is even the worst. I never used TikTok, but that's a very harmful app. Now that I have the knowledge how it is kind of attacking us, because it literally is attacking us, and I kind of treated it that way. This is an enemy, this is another fight, this is a new game plan, programming, what am I going to do? So I kind of, 7 days later, all the problematic apps were off, and I used the phone solely for calling, WhatsApp, and I did a little YouTube. I meditate also, so those were okay, but I kept it limited, and the iPad 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And then what happened was day number 21, this reset happened. My dopamine receptors, boom. And I felt so amazing. I felt so amazing. I ate an apple, it was like the best apple ever. It was like, no, let me put this off. Best apple ever. And yeah, this is what happens when this dopamine receptor resets, right?
So what do you think it's harmful rays that are emitting from the phones, or is it what we're actually consuming when we hold our phones?
So the phone is negatively influencing your system in multiple ways. So number one, and it's especially iPhone. My phone is different. It's just it's an older phone. It's Chinese phone. It has a better frequency, so it's flickering. Especially iPhone at the rate which directly lowers your conscious level. Just direct and conscious level low, stupid. Things overcome you, you're too late, you're eating junk food, right? Because that's lower consciousness. Higher consciousness, yeah, you speak, you clean, your ability to manifest your future is just way higher. So this introduced me to the consciousness aspect. And I started reading books. I have a whole library. And once you read these books, you kind of understand consciousness. Because when you're not, you're just on autopilot, right? And, okay, what else? The screen flickers, the blue light disrupts your melatonin production within your brain, which keeps you up at night. And this, yeah, it just gives you cravings also, which is the dopamine as well, right? The dopamine is every notification, every message, every like. What else? The color saturation. So the color is very vibrant, it's beautiful. But since I, killed my phone addiction, I like to call kill it, I'm a fighter, right? The colors in real life just became way more vibrant. Oh. So my image increased. So this, again, the conscious level, no phone, goes up and you enjoy life more. You just have a more vivid, wider, broad life experience.
Is your daughter okay?
Oh, good question. Very good question. I've been telling everybody from the beginning it's the phone causing a depression, and a lot of other kids, right? This is a massive problem. And with this, we're going to change it around, right? That's, again, fighter, I'm a winner. We're just going to change it around. We need to get aware of this. So people didn't believe me. And my daughter is too young. The younger generation is not mentally strong enough, because this is what the phone also does. It just makes you weak, right? So they can't just change, and because the people don't believe me, and you have to also go through it, right? The stress, the drama, and people are like easy, like, okay, you know what, here, that's like a little bit choosing for the easy way out. And I'm kind of used to picking the hard way, because my life has just always been hard. So for me, picking the hard way is just, okay, let's go. So I've been building the relationship a year and a half. And now, finally now, everybody's like receptive, because the psychologists who treated my daughter for her depression and she can't go to school still are unable to explain me what happened. They can still, she has autism, she has ADHD, we wanted to give her antidepressives, no solution there, right? But there's still no clear thing. I already knew it's the phone. So the relationship is good now. I've been to all these sessions with her. We get along really well. We're actually really tight. We enjoy each other's company. Now I'm going to take her to Japan, and I'm going to physically do the detox with her. So I'm going to take her out of her environment into a completely yeah, I mean, Tokyo is a little bit not the best environment, but she's a fan of Japan. She draws.
Tokyo will keep her eyes like
Yeah, exactly.
interested.
And we're gonna go
Yeah, well.
multi-city. We're gonna go to all my arenas that I fought.
Is she aware that this is going to be a detox?
Absolutely. So we're not gonna be on her device.
Wow.
I'm gonna give her my device. I'm gonna take her device so we can take pictures.
So interesting.
And then multi-city day 2022. We're gonna be on Mount Fuji. I don't know if you heard Mount Fuji.
Of course.
Yeah, so this is the volcano. You can kind of see it from Tokyo, and we're going to be in nature, and it's going to be the best because her reset will happen there. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that that depression that she's facing is going to be bye-bye.
Wow, you know, you were speaking to so many parents.
Yeah, I mean, your daughter has your blood in her. She's a fighter, so of course, like, you know, just you would know best on how to deal with this.
She actually has my artistic side. So I'm like I said, I'm not even a fighter, to be honest. I just got thrown in that direction and it happened. But my daughter, she draws. So we're going to also do the art studios in Japan. She's a big fan of the Japanese anime. And yeah, she otherwise would not have gotten out of this. So this is also why I take this very serious. And
well, it's interesting. You're taking it seriously, and you know we've seen measures put in by states in the states about limiting social media use and putting in strict laws on banning social media apps for kids unless they have like permission from their parents to use them. So that's like on a like state regulation level. But I know there's parents who have the very same concern as you. Don't really know what to do, so it's amazing that you're sharing your story of your concerns, and hopefully that will spread a message of like, okay, here's what you can do: detox your kids.
Yeah, but it's a little bit bigger than that because all the Muslims, because Muhammad was genius 1500 years ago, and I'm specifically going to explain this because we're in Dubai, right? Many Muslims here. Ramadan was meant for the dopamine detox to happen. But it's not happening because people are addicted to their phones. So everybody who's on their phone is not having Ramadan. Because Ramadan is a detox of the body, not eating, but also of the mental. And it's just not happening. So yeah, maybe this will help audience. Everybody is under massive attack. You are not experiencing your detox. I can tell you from example, and I killed phone addiction with 100 people now, so I'm kind of like an expert on the matter. When you have this dopamine reset, energy levels, my energy levels, 2000%. You're way more in the now and the here, and I can see this resonates with you very well. Your quality of life will just go way up. So limiting the use of these apps, irrelevant. You need to go for the dopamine detox, which is Ramadan, right? Ramadan is, during the month of Ramadan, you could actually do it anytime. You need to not be on your phone, on your device.
It's interesting. I think that we always look at kids and we're like, this is what kids need, but it's probably what we need as well. Unfortunately, that's what we have time for. But if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to find you, if they want to continue this discussion, if they want to find out what you're up to, how can they get in touch?
Well, I mean, the whole world, right? You can just go on Instagram, send me a DM. It'll come to me or my management, and then yeah, we'll take up contact with you.
Alistair Overeem, an incredible history in mixed martial arts and, of course, kickboxing. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank
Guys,
you so much.
That is all we have time for. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time. No, we won't. We'll see you on Monday morning, same time, same place. Have a fabulous weekend and stay tuned. Bye-bye.